is a little extreme. Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump, will never be held accountable for anything. Anything. He will never be held accountable for anything. Anything's a little strong. Anything's a little strong. He might be held accountable for a little something here, a little something there. But overall, he's above it all. He's above the law. He's above accountability. When I screw up, I'm held accountable. If I get hired for a job and I do a fraction of what Elon Musk is doing, I'm fired, right? I am so fired. You guys, same thing, I'm sure, right? You're not allowed, and that includes government jobs. You could be working in the government, right? Private sector. If you do a fraction of what Elon Musk is doing right now, and that's Trump's boy, even though he's gonna pretend like it's not his boy, like he's gonna do for all those crazies that he picked in his administration when they screw up, and they will. And I don't mean just screw up, everybody makes mistakes, right? I'm talking about major scandals, right? He's not held accountable. Elon Musk can fail upwards because he's a billionaire, right? He's a billionaire, so he must know what he's doing, right? Here's the reality. Right now, the job market's looking pretty bad. The economy's in really bad shape. Stock market is all over the place. And I'm not telling you anything new. I'm sure you're well aware of all those things. But here's the other part that you need to understand as well. It could be like this for the next 4 years. I'm not saying it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be. But it could be. And Trump will still escape accountability. Right? I think a lot of people who supported him the second time don't realize that this is his first term. I haven't heard anybody else saying this. This is Trump's first term, right? What I mean by that is we were protected from the worst of Trump by the people around him, because not everybody around him was a wacko last time around. He had some people that were decent. We might disagree in ideology and, you know, the way things should be done, but generally decent, have some level of patriotism where they actually care about the country and you're not just focusing on themselves, right? And these people, so we really got a hybrid presidency. It wasn't really Trump presidency, right? This is Trump. What we got right now, this is actually what Trump is about. And it's not new. Some of you might think it's new because the worst of him was isolated from you. Tim Pool, Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, they didn't tell you about the worst of what Trump was trying to do behind the scenes. In fact, when Trump was running for office again, and everybody was saying, listen, this time around, we're not going to have the guardrails. Those same people were saying, oh no, the guardrails, we got guardrails. So they're just straight up liars. Like, they knew there was not gonna be no guardrails. Now they want to flip it up and say, no, they got guardrails, right? So they're admitting that Trump, you know, is kind of crazy. He might do some crazy things, but they're like, don't worry about it because we have guardrails. When they knew we didn't have guardrails, right? So let me tell you what's up. Now, thankfully, more people than I thought of originally are gonna get the message. It's gonna be slow. It's gonna be slow. I'll tell you why it's gonna be slow. Because a lot of these people, the only thing they're gonna respond to is themselves. We got a lot of selfish people in this country. It's not just on the right. It's a culture thing. A lot of selfish people. So as long as you're good and your friend is good, I'm telling you, mark my words. Remember when you saw this video, when you see these comments, right? Every time Trump does something bad, every time something bad happens as a result of Trump's actions, right? I guarantee you're gonna see in comment sections, people are gonna say, "Oh, I haven't seen any of that." Right? If he does something to veterans, you're gonna see a guy who claimed they're a veteran. I'm a veteran, and my benefits are fine. I haven't had any issue with my benefits. The VA is great. Wait a minute, I thought you said the VA sucked because of bureaucracy and blah blah blah. It's great now? So when people say Trump has broken the VA, right? He's hurt the VA, all of a sudden the VA is great. Before that, the VA bureaucracy and it sucks and then they should cut it back. Yeah, cut it back. VA is garbage and it takes long and those people don't do nothing and my medical thing, whatever, and they don't do nothing about it. The VA sucks, right? Hey, man, Trump is destroying the VA, man. He's screwing over veterans. That's not true. I'm a veteran and my benefits are great. Everything's great. Everything's wonderful. The VA is wonderful. My health insurance is wonderful. And my cousin's in the military, and he said all of his benefits are great. Medicaid and Medicare, it's the biggest Ponzi scheme ever, right? It's a joke. Those workers, they're not doing nothing. They're just sitting on their asses. Our tax dollars going to pay these people to do nothing. Trump fires. I'm not saying these are real. I'm saying something like this, right? Trump he could go and fire a whole bunch of people who do the administration of Medicare and Medicaid, and people say, man, this is crazy. Trump is messing with these benefits. Our seniors are going to be screwed because of Trump, right? I guarantee you, go in the comment section, you're going to see somebody. My grandfather is 90 years old, and he hasn't had any issues. He actually called yesterday, and he asked for help, and he said the phone rang 3 times. You guys are just fake news. The the Medicaid is great. The service is great. 2 rings and they pick up the phone. Wait. Weren't you just saying that the Medicaid, it sucks, it's a Ponzi scheme and people getting paid money to do nothing? Now you're saying 2 rings and they picked up for your grandpa? What? Remember this video. When you see those comments, come back and tell me about it. Screenshot it and bring it to me. Again, I'm not saying this is going to happen. That's not the point. The point I'm making is the reaction to this scenario. If the economy continues on a trajectory that's on right now, downward spiral, recession, depression, whatever, a lot of people out of work, there's going to be a core audience, mostly MAGA, some MAGA adjacent people who are going to say, they're going to point out that after 4 years of complete catastrophe, maybe the economy starts to recover a little bit, right? They're going to point to that and say that, first of all, the reason why things were so bad is because of Biden. Do you know how many trillions of dollars Biden spent on whatever, and how he devalued the dollar, and he messed up our international relations with our allies and this and that, and look at, because of him, Ukraine and all that money in Ukraine and this and that. That's 4 years of damage that Biden did. And you think Trump could fix that in 4 years? But Trump said he's gonna fix it on day 1. Well, come on, man. Come on. That's just Trump. That's how he... You don't understand how this stuff works. Trump is a businessman, and he knows exactly what he's doing. And right now we're starting to see that the stuff that he promised us, He's delivering. Right now, the GDP is going up, right? Unemployment is going down, right? Gas prices are going down. So after 4 years of down, 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 baby, down, down, we get a little, just a little, no, like this. A little, let me see. We got a little something like this. So let's put at the end of the screen. We got a little something like that. A little whoop. It's coming, baby. I told you. You just have to have patience, man. You can't fix this stuff overnight. And now we about to see gangbusters. And then if by some miracle a Democrat wins in the next election, because of all the new voters that are terrified of what just happened the last 4 years, and they get an overwhelming turnout, not for love of Democrats, but for fear of Republicans. And then the Democrat gets in office, and maybe they do a decent job, but we don't really see anything crazy, and we don't even necessarily go back to how the economy was before Trump did what he did. They're gonna say, if a Republican had won, what we saw at the end of Trump's 4 years was the beginning of the golden era that Trump worked so hard 4 years for building. And the only reason why it never happened is because the Democrat won in 2028, and they basically dismantled all the good stuff that he did, reversed his policies. And that's why, even though the economy it's not falling apart, but we're not seeing all that, the golden era. The golden era has been canceled by the Democrats, right? That's what I'm saying, man. Move the goalposts. No accountability. 4 years, he could do 4 years of disaster and blame the whole thing on Joe Biden. And the base will fall for it. They'll be, oh yeah, right? Clapping like seals. No accountability. Definitely no legal accountability. You might pay some little fines here and there or something, but I told people, man, all these Brian Tyler Cohen was gassing you guys up about prison. I told you, man, Trump ain't going to the goddamn prison. He's an elite. He has the establishment support, an entire Republican Party of establishment politicians who are backing him. And they would defend him no matter what he did. He had that level of support from the establishment. He ain't about to go to jail, right? They go into the motions to say that they did because they have to. If they didn't, it's going to be like, man, oh my goodness. They got to go through the motions like, yeah, we're going to indict Trump and this and that and cases and try to, you know, we tried to hold him accountable. Well, it is what it is. I think some people are still holding out that Trump's going to be held accountable at some point. It's not going to happen, man. No matter how bad things get, you got to realize the people who are pulling the strings, right? The right-wing propagandists, they are fully vested in pushing the narrative about how great Trump is. It is how they are making their millions, their fame, their power, getting access to the president. They can't tell you guys the truth. Right? They can't tell you guys the truth. It's bad for business. So no matter how bad things get, they got to spin it and be like, nah, it's going to take time and you don't understand. And then, oh, here's the best part. With all the craziness, let's say they lose the House or lose the Senate in 2 years. Right? That's going to be perfect. Because then it's going to be like, we would have had a golden era, but if it wasn't for those Democrats, now they got in power and they're blocking him. Right? So we could have 2 years of disaster. Right? And the same disaster continues. to some degree for the last 2 years of his term. And again, everything, no matter what, you just hand wave it away and blame it on Democrats. The reason why the economy is horrible now, even though we saw a dip since Trump, right? It's not a dip. It's not a Biden dip. It's a Trump dip. But still, it's like it's Biden's fault, right? 2 years from now, Trump's been lost for 2 years and the economy is still horrible, right? What's the problem? How? It's Trump's fault. No, it's not Trump's fault. If you pay attention, they lost the House and the Democrats are stopping them from finishing the agenda. Trump needs just another 2 years to finish up what he's doing so we could finally see. One thing I want you to realize is for the next 4 years, every time they keep telling you that it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, just understand that it's came already for the people at the top. It's only people at the bottom that are going to be waiting and waiting and waiting. It's coming. Just you wait and see, right? It's only going to be the people, the 99% that's going to have to wait. Just be patient, right? The billionaires and people at the top, they're getting paid now, right? I did another video where I talked about investments, where if you're a billionaire and you're invested in the stock market and your portfolio is down by 50%, you could literally jump in now, with the discounts, invest, double what you had in the market in the first place. And then when the market recovers, because it's going to recover, and there's no rush for you. That's the thing, you're a billionaire. You're not in a rush, right? Even if it takes 5 years. At the end of that period of time, you could be looking at 3 times, 4 times, 5 times your wealth, right? If I were a billionaire, I would be happy right now. I'll be excited right now in terms of if I was only focused on myself. I wouldn't be happy about the country, but in my financial interest, I would be happy. Because right now, I'll be like, great. I'm going to do so many investments. I'm going to invest in this, invest in that, invest in whatever. Everything's cheap, right? Whatever stuff I was thinking about doing, people think because you're a billionaire, you don't care about money, but you don't get to be a billionaire without caring about money. So, you're gonna want to potentially expand a lot more, right? Buy a lot of things that are really, really cheap. So the people at the top, they're getting their golden era right now. The people that are sucking up to Trump, going to Mar-a-Lago, going to the White House, right? Getting their little deals, their little side deals, deregulation, whatever. The people at the top, their golden era, they don't have to wait. It's us, the 99%. We're the ones that are going to be told, you just got to be patient, man. It takes time. It takes time. Wow. What happened to no tax on tips? Anyway, let me go get my water.